Hi JMO, it's Lime Green Punishment Monday! Here's the lime greenness that I could find for my punishment. I've got my cool apron on, I've got my shirt, I've got my This Star Won't Go Out bracelet, which is awesomely lime green, and I've got this lovely bow, which I feel like I will wear to work later when I have to go. Anyway, geez Louise, it sounded like we both had really hard weeks last week. I'm so glad to hear that Lucy's okay, and then it wasn't like major surgery, although to her I'm sure it was very, very major. I had a lot of fears as a child. My number one fear was E.T., the extraterrestrial, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but it was so real to me. And then once I finally got over E.T., I made up in my head like E.T.'s evil twin, who was like black, but looked the same, and was just like really dark, and he had spikes all over him. Thank you again so much for pinch hitting and everything and for giving my terrible video. It was just one of the busiest weeks ever. It just like got so busy by the end of the week. It's like I couldn't remember a time when I hadn't been so busy. But you know, I was doing it to help out my friend slash coworker. My friend is actually doing remarkably well for just having all of her stuff burned up in a fire. You know, because of all of that, I kept thinking about like that question, that like party question. Like if your house was going up in a fire, what 3 things would you grab? I think it's a little bit easier in this modern age, or whatever you want to call it, because we have so much of our lives on our technological devices. I would bring my phone, I would bring my laptop, and then I would bring my purse. Like, no question, those are the things that I would take with me. And it's really only that stuff because all my childhood photos and things like that, and all my journals from when I was little, and all of that kind of memory stuff is still at my parents' house. So if my parents' house burned down, it would be a completely different thing. I don't know what in the heck I would choose to take with me. But that doesn't mean that I would not miss some things. So I'm gonna go around and show you the things that I would miss. So one thing that I'd really miss would be this bowl. It's pretty old school and kind of ugly, but I actually inherited it from my parents, and my dad always used to make scrambled eggs and things in it for me when I was little before school, and I still make my eggs in this bowl, so I would miss the egg bowl. In the kitchen, I would also miss my tea canister that says it's always time for tea. I would also miss my collection of these cloth-bound books designed by Coralie Bickford Smith. So I started collecting these last year in October, and I've gotten one a month ever since, and I'm not really big on collections, so this one's kind of special to me, plus I just love the way that they look. I could replace these, but the experience wouldn't be the same of collecting them and all of that, so just watching my collection grow it would be sad to not have it there anymore. I would also miss all of the artwork in my office because I just love all of this stuff. These 3 pieces, this dancing skeleton one, and this one which is called Squid Knot, and that one with the dancing elephants. It's all original artwork by my friend from elementary school that I actually bought from her. I think it's like the only original artwork that I've ever bought, so I love those pieces. And then this is some of my jewelry, and I would only miss some things. Like I'd miss this moon necklace. My family calls me Moony. From the Dr. Seuss book, Marvin K. Mooney, Would You Please Go Now? So my mom calls me Moon actually, so she got that for me. I hope you and Lucy are having a much better week this week. Curse you, and I will see you day before Thanksgiving, Wednesday.